Hey everybody, it's Eric from epautos.com, your libertarian car guy, and we're looking at something you don't see much these days anymore. It's a car. It's not a crossover. It is BMW's new 440i, which bears a little bit of explanation because the nomenclature that BMW's got going on right now is a little bit confusing. The 4 Series is the coupe version, basically, of the 3 Series sedan, and this M440i that I've got is not the same thing as the M4, which is a different car. It's a slightly smaller car. It's a slightly more powerful car, too. Both of them have BMW's excellent 3-liter inline 6, but in the M, you get about 425 horsepower versus, I'm trying to remember how much it was. I think it's 369 now in the M440i. So a bit less powerful and also automatic only and also all-wheel drive. Whereas the M4 is, I think, the very last BMW that you can still get with a manual transmission and in rear-wheel drive form. It's also available as a convertible, and I don't think BMW is offering a convertible version of the M440i. Let's have a walk around and look at it. Overall, a good-looking car. The front end is pretty controversial. A lot of people aren't huge fans of the massive double kidney here. The main thing I'm not a fan of, and this is a general criticism, this isn't just directed at BMW, is that the exposure of these plastic front ends to practically anything that might bump into them and result in really expensive damage. If you look at this thing, there's nothing to protect that plastic grille, and God only knows what it would cost you in just a little minor fender bender if you were to crack or damage that. And again, this isn't a criticism specifically applicable to BMW. It's a criticism applicable across the board to pretty much all new cars, which all have gotten the same kind of treatment. And people wonder why they're paying a fortune for car insurance, even if they haven't ever been in an accident, even if they don't have any tickets. And the reason for that is because the cost to fix these things is so catastrophically high that the premiums are adjusted accordingly. So even if you don't damage your car and don't file a claim, the fact that other people are damaging their cars and filing claims is the reason why you're paying through the nose for all of that. Also, let's see, some other stuff about the M440i versus the M4. It's got a slightly bigger trunk, and the reason the thing is beeping at me so frantically is because I've got the keys in my pocket and it doesn't know whether I'm coming or going. Both have small trunks, but the M4 has a really tiny trunk, 11 cubic feet. This one has got a 12 cubic foot trunk. Oh my God, it's just relentless, isn't it? Let me see if I can get close to it to get it to be quiet. This is really more of a GT than a high-performance sports car. And GTs are cool. GTs are more practical. They're more comfortable. They're more relaxed. And yet you've got, 80-90% of the all-out performance of an all-out car like the M4. And the fulsome scurvy truth, which almost nobody except your humble narrator will tell you, is that unless you're a professional race car driver, you're not going to come close to approaching the capability of either of these cars on the street or even on the racetrack, because the capabilities of these cars are that high. And even if you're a really good street driver, you're never going to be able to outdrive this car. So that's my 50 cents on that. There'll be more up at epautos.com, the web's best libertarian gearhead site, shortly, and I will probably also be posting this video over on Rumble and some other sources, because I've had some issues with my videos being doxed and censored and whatever the terminology is for making wrong think for statements. So anyway, hopefully this won't get pulled, and if it does, I'll have it up somewhere else. Thanks to everybody for listening to the rants, reading the articles, and supporting the site, and we'll catch up with you again soon.